We are here on day 3. It is hot, but it is awesome. How has your rebellion been thus far?
Super awesome. Nothing but good vibes. We opened the event and a ton of people ready for us. Rocked the house, ate some food, and just been hanging out. So
Awesome. There are over 100,000 people here this weekend. Does that blow your mind? You went, whoa. It's amazing.
it's great. It's crazy to think about.
It's awesome.
The whole city's worth almost.
Great. I get really excited about this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because it proves live music is not dead.
Still hype.
Yeah.
The one that says that. It's not true.
Ever changing, ever evolving. There's just got to be the right bands.
Absolutely. So your new record just came out in January, Too Far Gone. What is resonating the most with fans right now from that record?
Like a particular song, or more so just. It's been pretty good. We got an awesome response from everything on the record. It's funny, their favorite songs are usually not our favorite songs, but whatever. But yeah, they love it. We love it. It's a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Really put our personal side into it. A lot of feelings out there on the table, and for the listener to do what they will with, So yeah, it's been great, honestly.
Do you ever find that fans will take a song completely opposite or far from what you meant it to be?
Yeah.
Oh, big time. Oh yeah. Like we get the weirdest. Like, is this song about like? No,
No.
I mean
Give me an example.
it could be.
It's hard to think.
I mean, people get Gemini weird all the time. They get French 75 weird, which that song's so self-explanatory. You see, that's the thing. Like, am I mean, or or am I like? But
You're like, I think it's pretty obvious, but
some of them, we have other stuff that's more confusing, like Oxblood. No one knows what Oxblood's about. They're like, what is he like? Killing people? Like
True Love.
Yeah, like people get True Love weird. It's just like it's usually more obvious. Like fans usually come up with more literal explanations rather than, oh, we thought we were so deep. So whatever.
So you talked about this album being a little bit different than your previous releases. What kind of evolution has there been, and what makes this album stand apart?
Well, I think it's a much more mature record than Smile or the EP. A lot more. What's the word? I wouldn't say level-headed, but just like a better perspective on a lot of things that we're singing about. Like Erased, for instance. Erased is about Devin's grandfather suffering from Alzheimer's, and just, he basically raised him and, went on to, forget, who he was, and like all the things that tie into that, so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of feelings right there, a lot of...
We sewed in a lot of emotion into the record, basically.
a lot of that stuff came out on this record, and I don't think we could have executed it better. It was very natural. It wasn't like, we have to write this song about this. It happened that way, and, I think that's what makes it... It's such an unforgettable experience. Like, I still look back sometimes on creating that album with everyone. And I think it'll always be a special piece throughout the discography of Cane Hill. I think it'll always stick out to me as something that really was a pinnacle changing point in the band and who we are. So.
That's awesome. Are there any songs in particular that are especially poignant to you?
Well, yeah, I mean... like, Why is technically about, me in a relationship that I was in. And I kind of lost my head, and lost sight of, what was really important, like I was making a ton of bad decisions, abusing, stuff. And I was at a really dark place in my life, and Whit went and wrote a song about me, because, he's awesome, so. And so that piece has always been special to me. It was kind of like another piece that helped me get over that part of my life. You know, like now it's like whatever, like I feel stupid for, you know, but that's the beauty of music. Honestly, I think if I didn't go through any of that, there's a lot of stuff that wouldn't be as good on the record as far as guitar goes for me. Honestly, I think I needed to go through that to put out what came out. It's very genuine, and no one can take that away from us. So,
Absolutely. What do you think? Most poignant songs for you?
You know, I can't explain it. I love the record as a whole. There's not one song that I'm like attached to the most. One song that I can say I do enjoy playing the most is probably Why. It's just got this sense of groove to it that I lock into real easily, and it kind of just comes out of me naturally. I don't have to think or really try to play that song live. So, and then Too Far Gone is obviously my favorite song to play live. It's just
Too Far Gone's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, when we were writing this record, Too Far Gone actually didn't get written until about the middle of all this. I remember Ryan, we had like a couple of days of practice and writing, and Ryan was like, "Yeah, this stuff's cool. When are we gonna do something heavy?" And I was like, "Oh, he's so right. Like, we need to do something heavy. We're gonna be sappy, you know." And so I stayed up all night, and I was like, "I got something heavy, you know." And then so he's very responsible for Too Far Gone, honestly.
Yeah. I definitely enjoy playing this record a lot, though. All the songs are just super easy. They come out of us naturally, and I feel like every time we play them, they sound a little bit better than the last time we played it. So, yeah, really sentimental piece of work to me, and, you know, to be a part of.
Yeah.
Do you all find that your songs evolve as you play them live?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we play them so different than you know, and we even tried on this record. We were like, hey, like we want a week or two to play this stuff before we lay it down, and we even play it different now. So it's like, fuck.
I don't know. It's just there's some sort of natural thing about sometimes you find a way to play it. And it's mid-set, and you're like, wow, I've never done it that way, but I'll do it forever like that every time now, you know? So
I think a lot of bands are so syncopated and just, you know, they overdo it. I feel like we have so much room for jamming and just like, you know, there's a ton of leads that I play different every single day. You know, we do like band transitions in between songs, totally improv, you know, like it's just... It's where we're at that day, honestly.
Yeah, each bass slide is different in a different spot every day.
What effect we decide to use for that part that day, like it's
very much.
It's all on the table. You know?
It takes a lot of chemistry and communication to be able to pull that off, and you all do it pretty seamlessly.
There is no communication. There's a lot of chemistry, no communication.
Yeah, we just get up there and like, here it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of times you would assume the stage was on fire, and we're just standing around oblivious, still playing the set or getting ready to play the song, and the song's not coming on, you know, whatever it may be. We have those moments for sure.
Yeah, you know, we're only human.
What is the strangest or craziest thing you've experienced while on stage?
Man, we did this headliner one time, and this fan, he came up to me, and he was like, "Happy birthday," and he like, "Man, I'm not gonna lie, we killed it." And he came up there. I had such a good energy, and he came up to me. He said, "Happy birthday." It wasn't my birthday, and he just dumped a big thing of fucking ice cold water on me. I didn't know this person.
I remember.
There wasn't any preparation.
Yeah.
I was still like losing adrenaline. I saw the jug in his hand. I was like, he's gonna do that to me, but like I didn't realize how fast he was gonna do that. It was so seamless. And then Billy kicked him out, and I was like, but he's a fan. You know, it was really complicated. But, you know, that was probably one of the weirder things. I've had people kiss me, you know, like wacky stuff, you know, but...
I think my weirdest moment was when we played the Palladium, and we met up with Motionless in White on that tour package, and we had that room packed out, and we got to the third song, and that was Too Far Gone. And every time we finish Too Far Gone, it's usually a pretty moderately sized crowd, like, and it was like crickets when we stopped. And to, not that we were stoked on it at all, to our knowledge, someone had been knocked out in our set, and there was somebody flat out on the floor. So we made
He
it
had a
through.
broken arm,
Yeah,
too.
we had made it through 3 songs, and we had no idea
Yeah.
being shuffled off stage.
We were playing, and
Yeah.
the crowd was facing that way, and we
Yeah.
were like,
It was the most.
What's
It was a
going
very
on?
strange moment. Everyone realizing what is actually happening in the room wasn't us. It was this guy in the middle of the floor who had needed immediate attention. But it was just.
they were loving it until that
Yeah,
happened.
but
so.
yeah, the room was there for us. It was just the. You want to talk about strange? That was a mood shift
yeah.
for sure. So.
Well, other than crazy moments like that, what do you hope that people take away from a Cane Hill show?
I just hope, they have a good time, and I hope if you're a fan, I hope it's everything you wanted it to
Yeah.
be and more,
It's a place where you can come to a Cane Hill show and not be judged for anything.
Yeah, I
it's,
mean,
it's an
it's-
escape. It's an escape for sure.
Our fans, we play for a lot of other people's fans, but we have our own fans too, we get to see our fans, and it's not a negative thing by any means, and it's a very versatile, like you wouldn't believe some of the fans we have, but they're all, from what I can tell, just good people,
Of course.
there's some weirdos out there, but everyone's got those, everyone's got those. So, but you're at a Cane Hill show, expect nothing but a loud good time. So,
Love it. Do you have any other words of wisdom for our fans watching back home?
if you play music, you don't use it, you lose it. So stay shredding.
Anything to add to that, or just
I think I'm good, man. I'm agreeing with everything at this point.
so you should try and slip something in there? All right, thank you all so much for spending time with us, and have a great rest of your festival. Thank you.